Okay, we left off on multiplying matrices. So just one thing I want to remind you of is there are some properties with multiplications and matrices that are exactly the same as multiplying in numbers, but not all properties. The most important one is that the order does matter. That matrix A times matrix B is not always the same as matrix B times matrix A. Okay? The most important criteria in order for us to multiply matrices together is this number on their dimensions has to match. And then these numbers on the outside is what the resultant matrix would be for dimensions. Bless you. Okay, so dimensions of matrix A. How many rows? 3 by 1 column.
Yeah.
Here, how many rows?
1 by 3.
Good, 1 by 3. So these have to match, which they do. That means that we can actually perform multiplying these together. And that means my resultant is going to be a what by what?
3 by 3.
3 by 3. 3 by 3. So what I showed you on Friday is I kind of just like to draw myself a little template because this helps you visualize how to actually multiply these. So that's going to be my resultant. Vector is going to be a 3 by 3, which seems weird because you're like, these matrices, or these matrix, seem tiny. So to get a 3 by 3, once I multiply them together, it kind of feels weird. Okay, so how we do this is I just start in this top spot, and I tell myself this means I have to take row 1 times column 1. So here I got to take row 1, which is this, times column 1. So I got to take 2 times 1. And the only reason I'm writing it out like that is so you can look back at your notes and see where the 2 comes from in that spot. Okay? You don't have to show me that on a test or something, but if it helps you when you're practicing, that's fine. All right, moving over one spot. I'm still in row 1, but now I have to times it by column 2 of matrix B. So I'm still going to take row 1 times column 2 would go in this spot, which would give me negative 2. Okay, with me? This spot, still row 1, but now I got to times it by column 3. So row 1 times column 3 is negative 6. So there is the first row of my product. All right, moving down to row 2. I can barely reach the top of this. Now I'm in row 2, column 1. Row 2 times column 1. Next spot, row 2, column 2. Last one, row 2, column 3. Okay. Last one. Now I'm in row 3, so this spot, row 3, column 1. Row 3, column 2. Row 3, column 3. There's A times B. Could I do, it's not asked us to do this, but could I do B times A? Would that exist?
Yeah, wouldn't you get different numbers?
It would, because it's a 1 by 3 times a 3 by 1, and these match, so my resultant would be a 1 by 1.
Yeah, that would.
Well, you would take, we can do it if you want. B and then A. So 1 by 1 would just be that. So you would take row 1 times column 1. So you would do 1 times 2 plus negative 1 times negative 1 plus negative 3 times 1. So that's actually 0. Cool, right?
Mm.
Okay, last one. Number 4.
You can't do it.
No soul.
No soul, not defined. Right. This one's a what by what?
3 by 2, 3 by 4.
These don't match. Not defined. Okay,
Square.
I'm gonna have you guys try this one because I feel like you guys get this and it's pretty easy. I want you to find A times B with these two matrices, B times A, and then A squared. Careful with the A squared. I'll just give you a couple minutes to try it. Just making sure you're doing this. Okay, can't do A times B. 3 by 2 times 3 by 3. You can do B times A. You can do 3 by 3 times 3 by 2. These are a different color actually. My resultant is going to be a 3 row by 2 column. Here's what I got. As a final answer. But try it. I can do the work too if you need me to. Okay. I'm just going to rewrite A over here. It's easier for me to kind of do it like left to right. So for B times A, this first spot would be row 1, column 1. So you do this times this, and when there's multiple, remember we add them together. So 0 times 2 plus -1 times -3 plus 0 times 1. That's how I got +3. Okay, everybody with me? Or am I going too fast? Okay. I'll stick with row 1 now. Row 1, column 2 for this spot. Again, you don't have to show this. I'm okay with you not showing that because I know a lot of you can do that math in your head. But I will say this, if you do show me and you just make like a multiplication mistake, you'd probably get more partial credit for that versus I'm like, ooh, they got all the wrong numbers. I have no clue if they did the matrix multiplication right or not. So that's how I got -4 in that spot. All right, then we move on to row 2. So this would be 4 times 2 plus 0 times -3 plus 2 times 1. So I got 10. Row 2, column 2. 4 times 1 plus 0 times 4 plus 2 times 6. 12 plus 4. 16. Okay, last one. We would move on to row 3, column 1. That's how I got 26. 16 plus 7 plus 3. Alright, last one. This is fun. 42 plus 8 minus 4. 36. Okay, any questions? That's basically what we learned like at the end of class on Friday, basically just how to multiply matrices. Ideas for A squared.
Every square
multiply by itself.
Okay, hold on, I just heard a couple things. What did you say, Wally?
I said you square all the individual numbers in A.
Square all the components, okay. Other idea?
Would you not be able to do that?
Okay, other idea?
You gotta take and rewrite A and multiply by itself.
Okay, so that's actually the correct math here. A squared is matrix A times matrix A, and Bailey's actually right here. A is a 3 by 2 times a 3 by 2.
Oh, you can do it.
So I actually can't do it. Not fine. Nice.
So you could do B squared, right? Like you did ask for it?
Yes, you could
So
do it.
it has to be like a 1 by 1 or a 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 like in order to do
Yes, it has to be a square matrix in order to square it. Yep, good question. Okay, that was fun. Okay, you guys ready for a really intense one?
I wasn't ready for that last B times A.
Okay, so Max just said a good, Max just actually said something really good. Why could I square this one then? This is a
3 by 3.
3 by 3. This is a square matrix, right? Square matrix is same row, same column.
Let's do that first.
Order of operations, yep. Start within the parentheses, exponents first. We're going to have to square this. Then we'll review over how we add. Oh, Billy, you're going to get like all Friday's lessons right here. It's going to be great. Then we'll add them, and then we'll times everything by half. Because that's like a scalar out here. Okay. Let me ask you this question. Do you guys want me to show out the work, or you feel like you understand it that you can?
I wanna try it.
You want to try
I
it?
want to try
Okay.
it. I still think you should write the word.
Okay, I'll write the work out. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just gonna do this piece first. So I'm gonna do 3, -1, 7, -4, 0, 4. Yeah, if you want to work like 30 seconds ahead of me, go for it. All right, then I'm just going to do this. I have this matrix times a half. Okay, this is what I got to do first, what I'm doing in red. What is my resultant vector going to be with this multiplication? What by what?
3 by 3?
3 by 3, yep. A check mark. All right, here we go. Row 1 times column 1. 3 times 3 minus 4 times 0 plus 3 times 4. Oh, so that's not a 4, that is a 7.
Okay,
Sorry, I think I was looking at the next. I think I was looking at those.
-1 and 7.
Yep. Who could be a couple?
Moving on.
So I got 34 there.
I need to move this.
Okay. Row 1, column 2, 3. That one should be 0, right? Negative 12 minus 0 plus 12. 0? Yep. Oh, I just love these. Last one. Row 1, column 3. 3 times 3. 9 plus 3, 12. That's right. Row 1 is done. Moving on to row 2. Ooh, row 2 is a nice row 2. Lots of zeros. We like that. Negative 1 times 3 plus 0 times negative 1. 3. So again, when you have zeros like that, if you just want to write plus 0, that's totally fine. So it's just negative 3 in that spot. Negative 1. Now I'm in column 2. 4?
4.
No, what's going on, Bailey?
Kinda.
Okay.
Negative
This times this. Yeah, that's what I got. Negative 3. It just takes practice. All right, moving on. Can't even see these numbers. To row 3. 7. Row 3, column 1. 25, 21, 24.
Oh my god. Right as soon
21, this should be 25. Oh, I did the wrong way. I literally have to like circle them and erase them. 7 times 3, 4 times negative 1. 1 times 7. That would give me 24. 7, 21, 28 minus 4. There we go, 24. Okay. This times this. 7 times negative.
I think I got it, Mr. Reynolds.
All right.
Final is.
That's what I like to hear. Negative 28 plus 4. Negative 24 here. Oh, you're like done.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 that are fractions.
That's depressing. My thing just died.
16. I'm going back.
Yeah.
16.
Do you want to plug in
6.
here?
11 over 2. 7.
I don't need this plugged in. Or wait, I have lots here.
Yeah, I was like, they're everywhere.
Sure. I never use
They were in my
this.
locker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's negative. Yeah, you're right. I added that. In the 12.
Okay. There is just from squaring it. Did you guys have the same answer? I missed it.
Pretty much.
So now I have negative 2, 14, 0, negative 5, 10, 6, 0, 1, 2. Plus this. Okay, how do we add matrices, folks?
Add correspondence.
Add corresponding elements. Yep. So it's easier than multiplication. You just do a negative 2 plus a 34. They're both in that upper left-hand corner. 32. I'll work across here. Negative 5 and 0 is negative 5. 0 and 12 is 12. 14 and negative 3 is 11. 10 and 4 is 14. 1 and negative 3, negative 2. 0 and 24 is 24. 6 and negative 24, negative 18. 2 and 22, 24. Okay.
I'm multiplying by 1.
With scalars, you just times all the coordinates by that scalar. So now I just times everything by 1/2. So final answer. I'll go over here, actually. So as I said, I think there's only 2 odd numbers that you should get fractions. The rest, I think, we're all even numbers. 16. -5 halves. You could write it as a decimal too.
It did say.
6. 11 halves. Yay.
Maybe next time you should charge it.
Be quiet over there, Slosh.
No, let them know, Sonic. Let them know.
Maybe you should be more responsible.
Be irresponsible over there.
Okay. There's our final answer. What a great problem that
Why
summarized.
does it say graphic calculator when we did it by hand?
Well, the directions say evaluate the expression, and then it says use the matrix capabilities of a graphing utility to verify that this is the right answer. So you want me to show you how to type this all in your calculator?
Not
Yes.
yet. I need to.
I want to preface this with Tyson already figured this out
So did
on his
I.
own. You did
Yeah.
too?
Yeah, Tyson showed me.
I got
You
the
sh-
answer
did you
about
figure it
10
out?
minutes, 5 minutes ago.
You.
It says matrix.
There's a matrix button. Yeah. Okay.
This way.
Everybody, pull out your graphing calculators.
Can I go get one real quick?
Yeah.
You need to come to class
Monster.
prepared, Connor.
I was prepared.
We should just be responsible with these things. 4, -18, 24. Catching up on them.
Uh-oh. What's this?
You want to borrow mine?
Why don't you just
We're
charge
just finishing
your
the lesson, and
calculator?
now I'm going to show them how to type matrix
Don't
in your
fail.
calculator.
I want all fun.
So,
Fun.
good luck on your
What
exam.
are you guys doing for this?
You do.
Oh, yeah. Hey, good luck. You're both gonna pass.
Ken?
You got it.
Actually, 50% of people that take it over. That's how you had it.
Well, you're
Same with the
not
AP
gonna
calculator.
be
It's all good.
One of the two is gonna
Do that.
Oh, if George.
Well, you have to make a matrix first.
All right. So if you are
Yeah.
playing around on your calculator, like
Tyson.
I know you guys don't play around on your phones much, but you probably play around more on like your calculators. Like before you go to bed, you don't play games on your
Yeah,
phone. You're like, let me play some games on my calculator,
I
and
watch
maybe you stumbled upon the matrix button. Okay.
Whoa.
So- Second, yep, and then X to the negative first, this button right here, matrix. So these are just storing your matrices right here. So I have none stored, otherwise it would show you the dimensions. So we're gonna enter in,
Mine is a 2 by.
so you probably have some
And a
left
3 by
over in
2.
yours, yeah. Okay, so you're just gonna hit over arrow to edit, and let's just all use matrix A. Obviously there's a lot of different options. Matrix A. So we can make this a whatever by whatever we want. So let's make this matrix A, this one. Because then we'll do, and then we'll make this one B, okay? So this one's a 3 by 3. So you're gonna hit 3 by 3. And it'll like show you visually the rows and columns. And then you're just gonna type in the number. So -2, you can use the arrows to toggle between the slots. I usually just work my way down. I feel like is easier. 14, this one's 0. Hit over. -5, down.
You just click enter and just go straight to it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's smart. I didn't know that. See? So many calculator tricks. Oops, that should be 0. Enter. 6, 2.
Yes.
I'm missing one. This one's, oh, that is 0. Okay, so you should be good. Everybody make sure
How do you
you
get out?
typed it in right.
How do you hide?
Yes, we did.
All right. So if you hit second matrix again, now you can see that 3 by 3 stored in matrix A.
Oh, I put it in matrix B.
That's okay. That's okay.
Ooh.
It's all right.
But isn't it gonna mess it up if I type in like?
You'll just type in different than us.
You just
You'll
type
just
B
flip flop
times
them.
8.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, so now toggle down. Well, go over to edit first. Edit. Toggle down to B. And let's enter this one.
It's still 3 by 3, right?
Yeah, that one's a 3 by 3 as well. Enter this one. So Connor, you'll just flip flop those letters. It's okay.
3.
All right. Oh, that enter is slick.
See? Look at that.
Yeah, that's way faster.
Second matrix.
So yeah, if you go back to the second matrix, you should see like 2 of your matrices stored. If you have more than one, that just means somebody was using this before you, and that's okay. All right, to get out of this screen, just hit second quit. So now we're just gonna like type in this expression right here. We're gonna type in 0.5 parentheses a plus b squared. Connor.
And it's gonna give you the answer. You didn't have
Yeah.
to do any of that.
What
What
do you
do
do
letters? You're kidding me.
No, I'm not kidding. But no, just wait. There's more. You just wait. All right. So to get that matrix in here, you do second matrix and then you just hit enter. So you want to do a plus second matrix. This is when you use this one. These are the stored. Edit would be different. Plus b
Oh my god.
squared.
That could have saved me about 15 minutes in my life.
Oh my god.
Well, now you guys can use this on the CLEP exam if you have matrices questions.
Just gotta remember how to do it.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
I can use it on the quiz too if I have any matrix questions.
You can use it on the quiz to check your answer. Yes.
How are you gonna know if I checked my answer?
I'm gonna make one
I got it!
like this where you have to do it in steps.
No.
You dirty little dog.
That's how. Wait, I want to show you guys something. This is what Tyson actually figured out. I'm just gonna go back to when we did in our notes. Remember when we
Tyson did it, not the way that you just did it.
You think I'll remember how to type all that fancy
The way
stuff?
Tyson did it was so
yeah,
much
because you're
harder.
gonna practice it so much on your
There's
homework,
no
checking your
way.
answers and on the
That's
test.
just what I'm gonna do on my homework.
All right, you guys
You
remember?
gotta show work.
No.
Remember when we did all this work to get it into row reduced echelon
Yeah,
form?
Oh,
now
yeah.
there's just a.
There's a
row-
way to do it on your
Yeah,
calculator.
it's just a button.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
You gonna show
All right.
us? Want to show us?
Yeah, I'll show you.
You're
Let's.
telling me I don't have to do all that work?
Second
Well-
matrix math.
No, you still have to. This is how you can check though.
Ref,
How do you
RREF.
make us learn it if we can just use a calculator?
You gotta learn the math, not learn the
See,
calculator.
I'm more about efficiency.
You gotta learn.
That's an engineering
Well,
mind right
now
there.
you know where the calculator's getting these numbers.
I'm so
How do you-
excited.
Now you
We're gonna just do it for
understand.
me.
It all comes full circle. All right, why don't you guys type this matrix in?
Miss Hunter,
Yes,
tell me
ma'am.
to delete them.
I think if you just hit. I'm just gonna move this over here so I can see the matrix. I think
No,
if you
it's not. She didn't change her name yet. So.
hit. No,
Just hit
it's
edit, delete.
legally my name is still Hunter's, but it's okay.
How's that work? What?
Because you have to like change your social security number card, like all that. I haven't filled out the paperwork yet. Wait until summer. All right.
Do it later.
Yeah, because remember my
She's going on
passport.
vacation.
My
Yeah.
passport still says Hendrix. So I don't want my license to not match my passport, and then I can't go to the DR and not go
Is that where you got your honeymoon?
to Punta Cana. I think if you just let's see, edit, and then can you just hit 0 by 0? No, it won't let you do that.
Can you just click
Clear.
delete on it?
Clear.
Can you just go down and then clear all the
I don't know how to clear them out, honestly.
Uh-oh.
I just usually, it's okay. I just usually like rewrite,
It's just
rewrite over them.
Yeah.
So like if I'm sure there's a way I can try to YouTube it. But if I want to do this one now, I just like rewrite over A. And usually like A, B, and C usually all have matrices in them, and that's fine. But that could also maybe like help you remember how to do it if some of them are already stored in there. All right, so this one is a what by what? 4
Matrix math.
4 by 5.
Alpha A.
4 by 8. Whoa. Okay, here we go. 0, 1,
4 by 5.
1, -2, -3.
Where's this? Where'd you find that one at?
This one's just an old one from our notes.
I'm just gonna watch you do it.
Well, are you sure?
I can't see the numbers.
We're here.
Right there.
In your eyes.
Just take a minute. She's taking.
Oh, yes.
I did.
It's fun. Come on.
Wow.
I agree.
So this, folks,
Okay.
this came from an original system that we had to solve.
Holy snake.
Okay. Everybody got that entered in?
No.
I put mine just in A. Now I'm curious how they actually delete that.
Do I have to do that?
I'm just doing one to show you how to put it into row reduced echelon form from the last seven
Alright.
rows. You don't have to do it, but you can watch me if you want. Alright, good. So you just quit out of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go second matrix. And then if you go over to math, there's all these operations you can do with the matrix. So if you go down to, there's one that's reduced echelon form, and there's one that's row reduced echelon form. B.
Yeah, why is this?
I don't know what that means. Okay. So we want to do row reduced echelon form of matrix A. So then we're gonna have to go back to the stored value, second matrix A.
Wait,
Hit
why is
enter.
mine?
And it should give you the row reduced
Oh,
echelon
it's
form.
trying like
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, you gotta quit out of here.
Not that I'm
Seriously,
gonna know
why
how
do
to
we
get to
quit
this
out of
answer,
this?
but at least I have it.
Okay,
This is
so
So you're telling me
absolutely
that-
ridiculous. All these days of notes that we've been doing it has been a waste of time.
No, it's not. It's good for
no,
practice.
I
Don't
understand what
complain.
your calculator's doing. Do you think we're just gonna hand this to you in middle school? Be like, here, you don't need to worry about how to learn how to graph. Just
Math.
on here.
why is mine?
No, that would not teach you
Ah.
anything.
When am
Maybe
I
I
gonna
take
use
a
this
minute.
row
Quit complaining.
I would do no such
echelon
thing.
form of life?
Fresh one. Check your numbers again.
Never.
Here.
That's
This
how
first one should be a
I
0, first of all. I think yours said 10.
Oh
It
my
sure
God.
did.
Right here.
I don't remember how to get it like
Zero
that.
enter.
This one, right here. Ooh, are the rest right?
This is crazy.
Okay, try that. Alright, that's how you can do row reduced echelon form. You can even do row reduced form.
So you didn't know this? Like Tyson just.
No, I knew this.
But we can use calculators in real life, so why do we need to learn the math?
Oh, that's what this class is. You're learning pre-calculus. I'm not learning you
Says the
Clearing
one
you. I'm
that's
not
taking,
teaching
like,
you
CD
how to use your
calculus.
calculator in
It's
real
compared
life.
to for college.
But I
Quit
am
complaining.
showing you it along the way.
I'm not complaining, but I got an argument against this.
'Kay. Let's hear
You're
it.
not gonna get mad at me though, are you?
No.
She will.
Okay.
Yes,
Eventually.
You know
never.
how like school is to prepare
I'm
us
already
for a
mad
job,
at you,
right?
Kylie.
Okay.
To get educated for a job. Okay, so if I'm going and I like fill my application, they're gonna want the most efficient worker because they're gonna pay me to do my work.
Yep.
So if
I
I
got a
can do
question.
something
Hold on.
in an hour that somebody can do in a half an hour, they're doing
My
double the work. So why would they
Same
pay me when they could just hire them and get double the product out of it?
I got lost in that story. Can you start over?
Basically,
Okay,
it
so
takes,
it's like no
it takes
one
one person a
microphone.
half an hour to do it, and it takes the other person an hour to do it.
Oh,
Which one would you hire?
The one who's more efficient.
Exactly.
So the one that
why
uses
do
the
I want
calculator.
this
Exactly.
form when I can just do this form?
But this is so you understand where these numbers are coming from. If I just showed you this on day one, you'd be like, what?
But
Why?
now we
Where are these
learn.
numbers coming
We
from?
don't
What?
care where.
What
it's
is-
from.
that's the class, you guys. That's the curriculum. You're learning the math.
Okay, but
That's
now that
so
you taught us it on the paper, now that we know
Yeah,
where they
now I know
come
where they
from,
come
now we
Yes.
should just do
Now you can
that. We
appreciate
shouldn't
that.
have to. No, we shouldn't have to do any of the paper.
Well, here's what I know. I know I taught it to you, but I don't know if you learned it. So you need to show me that you learned it. That's how school works, my friends.
So
wait,
after,
can we
wait,
finish the lecture?
so what if after this
No!
quiz, we
It's
show
really
our work, but then after, like we show that we know how to do it on this quiz, and after that we don't show the work?
Right, when you go on the left, use your calculator.
No,
Use your calculator.
I'm talking about like the next quizzes after this upcoming quiz.
We don't have any more.
We
Lots
don't.
of times the best.
Well, we have like wit tests, but
We don't have to do it on the test.
yes, you do.
Whoa.
We showed that we know how to. do
Okay,
it.
sorry. I think Wally had a question. Oh, did you?
I think he wanted to go to the library.
Oh, okay.
And he did.
During class.
Can't we just take like 80 times 12?
Yeah, this is easier.
Yeah, it is. This is super easy. It is. But just, it says use matrices to find the total cost. But this is very, very simple. It just uses matrix multiplication and so it's basically just saying let the equipment represent one matrix. So I'll do the woman's in one column. And this is just to show you guys like how matrices are used. Now this is a very easy example again, but it's just a way of like organizing like a list of numbers like this. 12, 45, 15. And then I'll do the men's in this column. Okay, so my row was bats, balls, gloves. Columns were organized by gender. So my cost would be 80 for bats. What was the other one? 490. Okay, so yes, you're exactly right. To find the total cost, you just take this times this.
How come we can do this? Isn't it 3 by 2?
This one's a 1 by 3. And this one's a 3 by 2. So we're gonna do C times E. Now we can do it. Then we can.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So you can either use your calculator if you want. You can use your calculator for the application problems. Or you can go through and do the math. Here's what you get.
Would you mark it wrong if we didn't organize it in a matrix and then just put it under it?
If the directions say use matrices to find, then I would need to see matrices. Yeah.
Lame.
All right. So we let women be this one.
That's not an M.
And again, this is kind of like a cool way, like you guys could all solve this problem very easily by doing 12 times 80 plus 45 times 4. It's kind of like a cool way of showing you like why that matrix multiplication works that way and how you can organize it in a list like this. You take this column 15 times 80 plus 38 times 4 plus 17 times 9 to get my total cost for men. I think there's just a couple ones in your homework that are like this where you just set them up in a matrix. Just to show you when you might need matrices. And I think I told you this story, but if you plan on going into the business route, I remember all the business majors at Whitewater had to take a class that involved matrices.
What?
So
Is it?
I think they use them a lot
I bet
in
they can
business
use their
type terms.
calculators.
Dope.
I think
Quality.
for some of them they had to like show steps. Like I remember
I would have
having
at the
to
beginning
like
of the hour,
teach
but
them